So some things to ask yourself about the whole fixed mindset and growth mindset is, what have you learned from past relationships? It is important to let go of bitterness from the past. So, ask yourself, like, what could I have done? Even though it was a blessing that this probably didn't work, but what other things could I have done? What can I work on myself for the next relationship to be better?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then another tip or a question to ask yourself is, do you enter the relationship believing that there will never be any conflict, that everything will be perfect from day one?
Yeah, that's an unrealistic expectation.
Unrealistic expectations.
No, it's not going to happen. So keep it real with yourself. Trust me, if you have like disputes with your girlfriends, you're going to have a dispute with your dude.
You
like,
know it.
Like, really?
Yes.
I don't know. Girls.
Yes.
Well, men too. They be expecting everything to be rosy.
It don't.
And they expect you to have a full face of makeup on all the time.
Who expect that?
Some dudes do.
Okay.
And they want your hair to be popping and not looking crazy.
But then they don't want you to wear a scarf at night.
Girl, my husband hates bonnets. He will rip that bonnet off my head and be like, why do you have this thing on? And then I'll wake up looking like a chicken in the morning.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that bonnet makes you look like an old lady. So what? It's keeping my hair intact.
Yeah.
My hair won't get tangled up.
Exactly.
Girl, they don't understand.
They
They see stuff on TV.
I know. We don't have hair like that.
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Or just even like our weave and stuff.
Yeah.
Like our braids, like you got to kind of tie it back.
Yeah, you got to keep it. You got to make
fresh.
it last.
It just be all crinkly.
Yeah.
Like, I got to lay them things down.
I know. Okay, so in this, you need to use problems to develop greater understanding. Don't use them just to be like, oh, this is what it is, and this is how it's always going to be. Like, use that problem to grow yourself and grow your relationship.
Right, because there could be an opportunity for growth inside of a problem.
Yes.
For either party.
Mm-hmm.
And both parties,
Mm-hmm.
actually. So, it's not always a bad thing.
Yes. And another question to ask is blame an ever-present theme in your relationship? So an example of how the writer of the article like kind of solved this problem is she created a third person, an imaginary person, in her husband's relationship. And the person's name was Maurice. And every time somebody wanted to put blame on the other person, they put the blame on Maurice. And then they really sat down and talked about it.
Right, because Maurice was causing problems.
Exactly. So this one gets it off your chest, but you're not putting it on your partner. I like this idea.
Yeah. But it's kind of crazy, though, when you think about it.
It is crazy, but, if it worked, it worked.
So we just going to blame everything on Antoine.
Yep.
Antoine did it. Girl, what about, I think Antoine did such and such and such and such. And then you walk around mad at Antoine.
But you're not mad at your partner.
Who the hell's... Girl, let me tell you about Antoine. And your friends are like, okay, so... And then it's like a slick text message going around. It's like, girl, did you know Doria's messing around with somebody named Antoine? And me and you, we know who we talking about. I say,
do you have anything else?
Well, you didn't really touch on the whole shyness thing,
Oh, yeah,
which I thought
didn't.
that was like very important. Shyness is a high hurdle for many, yet Dweck argues shy people are perfectly suited for a growth mindset. Using your shyness for social engagement and learning instead of self-criticism helps you grow as a person, as well as being open and honest with your partner. It is important to remember that this is a practice. No one is naturally born with the gift of being the center of attention. Who says so?
I'm not.
I feel like there's some people that just are born that way.
Yeah.
Like little kids, you can tell that they're like stars.
But they have no fear. I
like
think as you get
Lady
older,
D, she is the center of attention. She was born that way.
But when she gets in front of like crowds
Yeah,
at
that's
school, like
true.
she gets really shy. And I'd be like, you don't act like this. Like she has two different personalities. She has a school personality. She has a home personality. And her home personality is like, I'm the star of the show. But when she gets to school, it's like, okay, I gotta go to work. I gotta get this.
Right.
So,
Well, I guess that's a good thing. But some kids are just like who's that little boy, that little bad little boy that I be wanting to whoop all the time? Little James. Have you seen his videos?
no.
He's like, Mama, I don't want to get put out of my. He's always doing something. His name's Lil James, and I be wanting to spank him because I feel like he's slick, disrespectful to his parents. He just has like a little quick mouth, and some people think it's funny, but I just feel like no, I need him to get his life together. I'm gonna have to show you a Lil James video.
Okay.
But he's a cute little boy.
Okay,
But he's
I'm
just
sure
like
he is.
slick at the mouth.
I'm sure.
But he's a star.
Okay.
In the making. Like
Okay.
he's a star. But anyways. So there was a very good article, and
Yes. So the next time we talk about fixed and growth mindset, we're going to talk about it as far as like rearing children.
yes.
Because what we are putting into them kind of navigates how their life is going to be. So we want to put great things into them.
And don't make them fearful. Like
Yes.
when you teach your kids fear, then I don't feel like they get the full opportunity at life. Like that's a whole nother podcast, and we'll talk about that later. But just as you're having kids and you're raising children, just let them know the world is a huge place and that they can go anywhere, they can be anything, and don't let your fears don't push those on your child.
Yes.
Like if your child wants to live in France, let them do it. Even
Yes.
if it's like if they want to live somewhere that you don't feel is safe, that's your personal issue, not theirs, because they're going to do it.
Yes, they want to
And if they
experience it.
happen to get hurt or get killed or something like that, at least they're happy. And so I just think that's very important for parents.
I agree.
It's easier said than done because sometimes it's hard to let go.
It is.
So.
It is. All day long. Okay, well, you can find the article we just discussed again on bigthink.com, why mindset is critical in successful relationships. And just let us know what you think about having the fixed versus growth mindset in your relationships. So for our business buzz, I am going to, for you guys, I don't even know if this is on the Android app store, but in the iPhone app store, it's Oak Meditation.
I'm checking right now.
Okay.
So
Tanisha's checking. So in this, it's a free app, and it like walks you, like if you're into mindfulness and working on your breathing exercises to calm down and also meditate, it walks you down into it. And I tried it last night, and I absolutely loved it because you get to choose like the background sound. So I chose like a cave rain, and it really did sound like a good rain.
Cave rain?
Cave rain.
It's not on Play Store.
Oh,
I didn't see it, even though it pops up when you search for it.
okay. Well, I'm quite sure.
But this cave rain sounds interesting.
Yeah, so I chose my background noise, and then the person like counts you into your meditation. So she'll count you into your breathing, and you can choose a man or a woman voice, and she'll start it off, and she'll tell you how to breathe and to where to place your hands, and if you want to sit down or lay down or whatever. And then what I really, really like about it is because I've tried other meditation, apps, and they kind of just let you out there to meditate on your own. But this one, like every 30 seconds or every minute or so, they will chime to get your mind back on track into not thinking about anything, because after a while you wander off and you got all kinds of stuff going through that brain. So I like that she say, in 30 seconds I'll chime the bell just to get you back on track, so you can acknowledge whatever thoughts you were thinking of, but then you got to let them go. So last night I felt like I meditated the longest I have ever meditated, just free and clear, and I absolutely loved it. I felt relaxed. It helped me get to sleep. Not that I really have a problem going to sleep, but I'm trying not to watch TV to get to bed anymore. So it just puts me in a very calm and relaxed state before I go to bed. So again, it is Oak Meditation. It is a free app to download in the iTunes App Store.
I might have to get that.
You should.
On my work phone.
I haven't done a breathing exercise yet, but
I can turn into an old lady quick and just go to bed.
You can.
At 7. No, I'm just saying on a regular day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like my body just say, go in your bedroom and don't turn on the TV. Put on your pajamas and lay down, and then I'll wake up. Sometimes I just be fully clothed name tag on, like my little chart, my thing that my lanyard, had that on and everything. Wake up, it's 1:00 in the morning.
See, I can't do
and
that.
I'd be like, what happened? I literally fall asleep on accident.
I can't. The having on clothes would bother me.
Yeah,
I'd be like, I gotta get up so I can get out of these clothes. Like I need to put on some pajamas.
I literally sit down with the intention of getting up, or I'm looking for pajamas, and I'll just be like, I'm gonna sit down for a moment, and I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna put on. And it's like my brain it's like funny, the process of me relaxing and going to bed. Like I'm sleepy now. Mm-hmm. Like you're sitting here talking about meditation, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm tired.
Oh wow!
Right, because I don't know, I'm just Mildred.
Yes,
that's my inner old lady, by the way, Mildred. She's off the chain.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that wig.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, my husband don't want to mess with Mildred. He's not feeling her. But that'll be funny. Anyway, but let's talk about these crazy ass shows.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you did your app.
Yes, I did.
I'm kind of hating that I can't get it on Android, but I'll download it on my iPhone.
Okay.
Or my iPad. My iPad would be better.
Yeah.
Even though I'm mad at Apple because I feel like they done slowed it down because it's old. Okay. I'm getting a new one anyway. I'm gonna wait for tax-free weekend.
Oh, that'll be cool. I'm gonna give Shady D my other phone. Did you know that that Messenger has a kids messenger?
On Facebook?
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so I found it, so I put it on my old phone, so when I go see her this weekend, I can give it to her, and she can harass me anytime she wants to.
Well, she was texting you, right?
She was through my grandmother's phone, but now she's like, I don't know what's, I can't find Ama's phone, so.
Oh, she, some it's in between the cushions of the couch somewhere.
Probably.
So let's talk about these crazy shows.
Yes,
girl.
it is Rache reality time.
Girl.
So we're going to do 90 Day Fiance because, Housewives of the Potomac didn't come on.
Because they knew that everybody was going to be watching the BET Awards. Just saying.
Yes. But I do want to chime in on something from last week's Housewives of Potomac. Did you watch it?
I caught up, but I don't know. Which one was that?
The one where they were at the Congressional Black Caucus conference, the fair, where Giselle had her booth up.
I watched it. I felt like I was about to say I was there. My husband watched it with me. He was like, "Is she kidding me?
Okay,
like that really happened?"
So I'm not
like,
even
who does that?
Trying to talk about that part. I want to talk about Candace and her fiance and how she got tearily upset because he called her spoiled.
That too. He was like, really?
Yes.
He was like, I would think that he had called her out her name like something serious.
Yes.
Like it wasn't anything. She's like, how can he just call me a princess because I asked him to hold my bag while I go to the restroom?
Like that is nothing to cry about.
Why can't you hang that on the little hook in the bathroom?
Yes. Like they were outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see, once again,
I didn't see that part.
From the TV.
No, I don't think they showed that part, but he explained that they were outside. He was putting in the information for the Uber. He had probably some food or something in his hand. Yeah. And then she wanted him to hold something else.
Right. And I think he keeps it 100. She's a little extra. Too. And she is a spoiled brat.
She is.
And one thing about being spoiled is that you have to acknowledge your spoiledness.
Yes.
Or no one's going to respect you.
Yes.
If somebody's like, yeah, I'm spoiled, I know it, and I'm working on it, then you can kind of, people will deal with you a little bit different than you trying to be in the dark about your spoiledness.
Yes.
So, yeah, my husband was like, why are you watching this? I was like, look, this is what we talk about on the podcast. And he was like, oh, these are the shows that you be talking about you don't know nothing about. But if you watch it, he was chimed in.
Of course.
He was watching all the reruns with me.
Of course. So I think my thing with them, I absolutely loved him because he said, when you do that, I am going to call you out 100%.
Right.
And that is, your spouse holding you accountable.
Exactly.
Love it. We're going to do a show about that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I get where she came from. I mean, she was brought up to, she got everything she wanted. Like, her parents definitely, she didn't want for nothing. But I think that's not the reality of being with him. She should have got, if she wants him to treat her like in this spoiled, I get my way all the time. She should have gotten with somebody on that level who understands that lifestyle. But it seemed like she just got with a regular dude.
Right, that keeps it real, and she don't like it.
And she don't. So that I see